Welcome to Everyday Happiness, where we create lasting happiness in 2 minutes a day through my signature method of intentional margins, creating harmony between your to-dos and your priorities, happiness science, and musings about life. I'm your host, Katie Jeffcoat, and yesterday we talked about help and getting help. And today I want to talk about boundaries. So how do I spend my time? What does that look like? Well, I have an ideal week. It's what helps me prioritize my buckets. You can Google search for ideal week online or join my membership for $15 a month, and there's a section with tools and templates and video that help you create your ideal week, and we always answer questions inside the membership. But I set firm boundaries around my time, what I am available for, and how I want to create my best life. So that starts with how I create my best day for me. We talked about my anti-morning routine in episode 199. I encourage you to listen, but the gist of it is that my first hour in the morning is not filled with quiet time and meditation and reading and so on, like so many of the gurus tell you how to set up your day for success. I truly believe you need to listen to your body and know there are a million ways to do anything, and we need to do what works for us. So I wake up at 6:45 a.m., get coffee, and get into my office by 7 a.m., where I get a 1-hour power hour to only work on content for this show. It's when I'm the most inspired and alert. At 8 a.m., it's all hands on deck with our daily family meeting, where we get the kids breakfast, set them up for their day, chat, and have some family time. There's a link on my website that gives you the playbook to how this works. Oh, and we also do the dishes and tidy up the kitchen. And then at 8:30 in the morning, I'm out the door driving kids to school. Back at 9:15 with a 15-minute check-in coffee time with my husband, who is still working from home. By 10 a.m., I'm in work mode until about noon or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This year, I'm trying to move my body a little more, so I have an hour blocked off between 1:30 and 2:30 to move my body. We'll see how that goes. But at 2:30, I'm starting my workday shutdown routine of closing the loop on emails and social and looking at my day for tomorrow and like all the little tasks. And at 3:30, I'm out the door again to do school pickup. After 3:30, I don't plan on getting more work done. If I need to, or if I have some time, great. If not, no sweat. So there you have it. That's the boundaries around my time, the buckets. You'll also notice I've built in intentional margin so that I'm not stressed transitioning from one thing to the next. For example, it takes me about 30 minutes to do my workday shutdown ritual, but I have an hour, which is super important because when I pick the kids up from school, I want to be intentional about where my headspace is at. I want to be present and engaged when my little guy jumps into the car to tell me all about his day. No distractions. So that's a priority for me. So I make sure that I have more than enough time to get that workday shutdown ritual done. Now, I am fully aware that this is a luxury, and you can hear that actually, if I'm envisioning you right now, you're probably rolling your eyes thinking, yeah, no way. But I get it, okay? I encourage you to create even a 2 or 3 minute margin as a transition, to take a deep breath. Ask yourself how you want to show up and what's your intention for the very next thing. I promise this goes a long way. By setting boundaries on when I work on certain projects and not check email or social, right? It allows me to really dial in my time. I'm also pretty clear that it would have to be really important to cut into my 8 a.m. family meeting because that time is a very high priority for me. So when you know what your boundaries are, they are much easier to stick to. So I invite you to give that a try.